There's a certain kind of person who hears party this weekend and instantly starts crafting their polite decline, not out of depression, not from social anxiety, but because they'd truly rather spend the time solo. And recent psychological research has shown that society has been judging them all wrong for years. The key distinction? Being lonely is painful. Choosing to be alone can be a genuine strength. For decades, experts bundled anyone who enjoyed their own company into one suspicious bucket: introverts, loners, antisocial types. The label antisocial carried extra weight, like preferring solitude was a red flag for future trouble. Then came a breakthrough. Around 2016-2017, researchers at the University of Buffalo, led by folks like Julie Boker, flipped the script. They asked, what if some people simply prefer their own company? Not from fear, not from damage, but because solitude genuinely feels rewarding. They termed it unsociability, or affinity for aloneness, a calm, positive preference for solitude, distinct from antisocial behavior, which involves hostility toward others, or avoidant patterns, driven by anxiety. The findings? These unsociable individuals weren't struggling. They were often thriving, showing links to higher creativity, lower aggression, and positive adjustment when the preference wasn't fear-based. Now let's look inside the brain of someone who truly flourishes alone. Their dopamine response is tuned differently. Extroverts get a big reward surge from social buzz, the laughs, the energy swaps, the collective vibe. For solitude lovers, their dopamine system is more sensitive. They hit peak stimulation quickly and easily. It's like heat tolerance. One small spark of novelty or introspection is enough. They don't need the full inferno to feel alive. Overstimulation hits them harder, so external hype drains rather than energizes. Even more compelling, during alone time, their prefrontal cortex, the hub for deep reflection, complex reasoning, and creative synthesis, ramps up activity. They're not zoning out, they're hosting an internal festival of ideas, problem-solving, and self-insight. Creativity research backs this. Major breakthroughs rarely emerge from group brainstorms or noisy cafes. They spark in the shower, on solitary walks, or at 2 a.m. when the world is quiet. Think Einstein pondering in isolation, Newton during his plague year retreats, Virginia Woolf insisting on a room of her own, or Maya Angelou booking hotel rooms solely for focused writing. Pattern, not coincidence. Before you nod too hard, this is so me, a vital checkpoint. Is your solitude chosen or protective? Healthy unsociability springs from abundance. You've built real connections before and know you can do again. You're recharging to show up fully elsewhere. But if solitude feels like a shield against rejection, vulnerability, or pain, safer, less risky, easier, it might be avoidance worth gentle exploration. As Abraham Maslow noted, true solitude flows from inner fullness, not scarcity. For those who authentically thrive solo, they've rewritten a core cultural script. Society sells the idea that we're incomplete halves, hunting our better half, that fulfillment requires merging with someone else. Solitude enthusiasts quietly reply, "I'm already a complete unit." This isn't arrogance, it's clarity. Studies, including work by Bella DePaulo at UC Santa Barbara, show that people who embrace singlehood and solitude often maintain stronger, broader ties to friends, family, and community than their partnered peers. They don't funnel all emotional needs into one person, they spread them thoughtfully. They're not desperate, they're deliberate. And that balance pays off. Quality alone time sharpens presence in relationships. You arrive recharged, centered, generous, not depleted or resentful. Japan gets this intuitively. Their concept of hitori, or ohitori-sama, party of one, isn't just tolerated, it's embraced. Solo dining booths, single-seat movie theaters, dedicated solo karaoke rooms, hitokara, even amusement parks welcoming lone visitors. These aren't workarounds, they're cultural nods to the value of existing comfortably with yourself. Contrast that with Western side-eye at anyone eating alone, as if solitude equals confession of failure. So if you're wired to recharge in your own space, consider this your green light. You're not odd or deficient. Your brain is calibrated to restore itself through quiet, finding calm, clarity, and creativity where others need noise. In an era of non-stop notifications and instant availability, the skill of enjoying your own company might be the ultimate act of rebellion. Just double-check the motive. Do you connect when you choose to? Do you have trusted people in your orbit? Are you moving towards self-discovery or away from intimacy? The healthiest version is voluntary, a tool, not a fortress. Next time someone questions your cancellations or solo evenings, you could drop the science. Dopamine thresholds, prefrontal fireworks, Hitori culture, Einstein-level precedents. Or simply smile and say, because I enjoy my own company. Short, sweet, conversation ender. That's the real win. If this just decoded something you've never quite explained, stick around. The videos popping up next unpack exactly why your recharge style feels non-negotiable, how your brain filters stimulation differently, and why certain daily rituals keep you steady. They're tailored follow-ups to the questions this probably stirred. See you over there.